Yeah,
Look at his face.
yeah. Too up, too down.
Look at his
Hey,
face.
yeah.
Money.
Yeah, I wanted the crown and to be celebrated. I rented a tux and I ordered a mink. Stood in the mirror like mama, I made it. Proceeded to brushing the teeth in the sink. Caught me a grill and I'm so melanated. I polished the chain, I ain't gold in the link. And I got me a baby who gave me some babies. I'm raising a lady and building a king. Too cold, you too busy running with another man lane, I guess. Yeah, too bold. I be running on the one way, never change my set like, I don't ever use my signals, yeah. I be in the lane myself, yeah. I don't gotta change my mental, yeah. And I ain't gotta chase my wealth, and I accept my daddy got a kingdom, and everything I ever got is his. If I ever got a problem, I'ma seek him. I never doubt him, been about his biz, oh man, been there. I ain't gotta ride on the wave when the ocean is his. Close with the kid with a
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, y'all? It's your partners, Dale and Cliff, back in the saddle again for another edition of Real Estate Friday Training, guys, where we kind of look at real estate, see what's going on with it, man, and see what's popping, y'all, and make sure we get that bag as well. Cliff, what's going on, baby? How you doing, big time?
Man, it's been good, man. Busy week, but that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. So it's good, man. It's good. How's your week?
Very busy, but very productive, man. And I asked the question, did we get the bag?
Yeah, we got the bag this week.
Yeah, we sure got that bag, a real nice big one, Doc. Man, they got some stuff to share with you over the weekend, big dog. But yeah, man, we're gonna jump into it, guys. It's gonna be a very quick one because we're on a time crunch here, real quick, real fast, y'all. Jump right into it, man. Cliff, man, what's going on with your market? What you seeing, big time?
Oh man, same as last week. It's just kind of moving along.
Mhm.
Not much change. I think I still think this second half of the year we're gonna see a lot of volume. I think the second half of this year in 2025 is going to boom. It's going to boom.
Really?
I think there's ton of pent up demand,
Okay.
a ton,
Okay.
and I think because I'm starting to see refis. I haven't seen refis in the last almost 2 years.
Refis in a homestead at what price point?
Hmm. I mean, 300,000s.
I mean, we expect to see that in that range because of the fact that you and I actually talked about that as well. Is
Right.
that price point is not really affected at all. But anything above 300,000 and above, what are you seeing?
It's just slow. It's slow. It's still the same as before. That one really hasn't changed too much. I've seen a little uptick in
Yeah,
refis. Like I said, even there, there's a little bit of life.
yeah, yeah.
But I think that's just because it's seasonal. I think it's seasonal. We're getting into, it's usually slow in December and January.
Yeah.
So right now you typically see an uptick.
Yeah,
That's the seasonal trends.
yeah, yeah. Well, this is when you and I actually disagree. I think the boom. There's going to be maybe a little bit of a boom, but it's going to be in between that $300,000 and below. I'll be honest with you. I
Mm.
see a kind of a still of a pause at 350 and above, and the luxury market is basically almost down to dead unless you buy it via cash. If you're going to sell it at a discounted price point, so you and I kind of agree on some premises, but also disagree on premises, but it's all good. It is what it is. It's just the market is not doing well right now, real estate wise. Would you agree to that?
Oh yeah. I would say real estate's almost in a depression.
Woo! Now,
Yeah.
how do you come to that conclusion?
Sales volume. Most real estate is based on transactions.
Correct.
When there's a lot of transactions,
Correct.
the market's doing well. Title companies making money,
Mhm.
realtors making money,
Yep.
insurance companies.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a closing,
Yeah.
Dale. Anytime there's a closing, you see that HUD. You see all
For
the
sure.
fees.
For sure, man. For sure. So you mean to tell me title companies are suffering, some appraisals are suffering, inspectors are suffering.
Mhm.
Any profession within the realm of real estate is is really suffering, right?
Oh yeah, it's down. Like it's probably down 60% from where it was.
Really? Mm.
So if you had a business that was pulling in $1 million a year, typically, let's say a title company, you were probably maybe made 500,000.
Yep. Again, the full disclosure, we on the market to buy a title company. Just let you know. Let you know. So again, deals, deals,
Mm.
deals. Okay. I like control of everything. But yes, sir, man. Hey, Cliff, did we not tell them this was going to happen last year?
Oh yeah. We saw it coming.
So I'll come very easy to do, guys. But man, let's dive into it, guys. Again, it's gonna be real quick, guys. I'm pretty sure everybody here listening to us was aware of the Trump verdict at $500 million. It's really 355 M, but it's going to probably cost them about $500 million. But I'm not going to get into the legalities of that at all. We're going to talk about how this ruling could actually affect the real estate development market, not only in New York, but also nationwide, Cliff, because I've been hearing a lot of individuals, specifically attorneys, and notice attorneys are saying this, right? Former prosecutors and business attorneys, and also business leaders, right? I don't know if you saw, Cliff, Kevin O'Leary actually came out and was talking about how the New York State is now a flyover state. In other words, people are not going to want to live there or do business there because it's not favorable from a tax code standpoint, a legal system standpoint, and regulatory standpoint to do business in New York. And they expect an exodus out of New York because of this premise. You see the same thing or no?
Oh yeah, I'm not touching nothing in New York. I'm not touching nothing in California. We learned that during COVID.
Joe,
The stories we heard during COVID was crazy.
crazy
So
town.
um, they had the rental moratorium
Yeah, yeah.
years than other states,
Mhm.
years longer. I think California just ended it end of 2023.
Correct.
So they had some the people didn't pay rent for 3 years.
Now, in New York, you know that when it comes to getting a tenant out of a property, it could take anywhere from 24 to 36 months to get them out. And if you are doing a finance, if you are a bank looking to foreclose on someone, you're looking at 60 months to get them out. And that's the legal process. Yep. Yes, sir.
I don't even understand what they're saying is they don't want
No,
business. They don't want business.
no, they don't.
They don't like it. They don't like. They think. I've heard a couple of them before. They think profit is theft.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, to be honest with you, New York State has raised war on capitalism.
Hmm.
Because now they're talking about if Trump is not able to pay this fine on a fraud that didn't happen, right? It's a victimless crime. There's no fraud at all, none. They're trying to seize his buildings now. It's called communism. It's not capitalism.
Yeah. I mean that situation. I'm still trying to understand the legal how what he said. For example, it seems as though what happened was he went to the bank and said, "I think my property's worth. I don't know. I'm throwing out a number,
Mm-hmm,
$1 billion."
mm-hmm,
They told him, "No, we think it's worth about 700 million."
mm-hmm,
They negotiate that, and then when he went to go file his taxes, he said, "Well, I think it's worth 700,000."
mm-hmm,
And they said, "Okay," and they negotiated that,
mm-hmm.
and they're calling that fraud.
Well, next, not necessarily. That's what actually happened.
Okay,
Is
all
what
right, all
actually
right.
happened is this here is, and you're going to recognize this in seconds. What they were saying was they said that whenever you go get a loan, Cliff, and you and I can actually exchange this. If Cliff, if you're coming to me to get a loan, and I'm a banker or a lender, I'm going to ask you for a couple of things to make sure that you can pay back the loan. I'm going to ask for your liquidity, right,
Hmm.
and your assets, right. That's normally
Right.
detailed on a balance sheet or a financial statement, right. Now,
Hmm.
are you, if you are a lender, Cliff, are you going to take my word for what I say my assets are valued?
No,
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna audit it,
How are you going to audit it?
get an appraisal.
Oh, okay, you're going to get appraiser by a licensed appraiser, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. Yep.
And so on the financial statement, it says that do not take our values as basically as the gospel. Please confirm this. Hence, as you said, audit it by getting an appraisal. Now, when you get the appraisal back as a lender, Cliff, are you going to go off of what my numbers say or what the appraiser's numbers say?
Oh yeah, the appraiser.
Very simple. So you as a bank do your own due diligence, correct?
Right. Yep.
And then the bank, then you will lend me money based off of those digits, right?
Right. Yep.
Now, will there be some type of negotiation when it comes to rates and points as well? Also, once you kind of finalize a number,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
all day
Of
long.
course.
Okay, all day long. Then you both agree on it. Now, Cliff, if you give me a loan for let's say $500 million, and I pay that back that loan with interest, would you want to lend to me again?
Oh yeah, of course.
All day long, right? That's
Yeah.
essentially what actually happened. Is Trump got a loan, right? Paid back the loan with interest, and the bank called him a whale, and they want to do more business with him. This is what the New York State said. They said that the fact that Trump's opinion of how much his assets were valued may not have shaken hands with the appraiser. He committed fraud. Literally,
The problem with that is so you're saying you can't do real estate.
correct.
That's what that's how real estate. You're always me. How many times I've never had anybody complain
Sure.
that the number I came up with when I appraise a property
Yeah.
is too high.
Correct.
They never go, hey, that number's a little high.
Correct.
Nope, never.
Never.
They only complain when it's low,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So, and when it comes to the taxes, because they're saying that I think the state was defrauded because they're saying, hey, the value of the state is on this, but you can Google it.
Well,
You can find companies that will negotiate on your behalf.
yeah. Well, you're talking about the Mar-a-Lago estate.
Oh, okay. So that's a different.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
It's a part of it's a part of that same ruling, right? Well,
Mm,
Mar-a-Lago is valued at anywhere from 500 million to maybe $1 billion. It's the most valuable real estate in Florida. I know, guys. I used to own a property about 45 minutes away from that place. It's the one that me and Cliff actually renovated in Hobe Sound, right? Now,
mhm,
Cliff, that the value of the appraised value is between 500 million to $1 billion, right? Because the land
mhm,
around it, I mean, you're selling lots, man, for like 50 million lots, empty lots for 50
mhm.
million. So you have a whole estate there. That's a massive place, right? He bought it for 5 million, and that's worth 500 million to $1 billion, right? What happens is the judge in New York said he went to the Martin County appraisal district, and that said it's worth $18 million. The appraisal district said it's worth 18 million. He said, Trump, you lied. It's not worth that amount of money at all because the appraisal district said it's worth 18 million, and you said it's worth $500 to $1 billion. You lied. That's fraud. Now get this. The Martin County, and I may be using the wrong county, guys, so forgive me. The county clerk said, hey, judge, you're actually wrong. This is not how you determine the value of a property. This is a taxable value that we tax it on. It's not the value that you need to get an appraisal for that. The judge says, I don't give a damn about none of that at all, period. This is how much the value is. Now, if he asks the judge the same thing about his house, he'll say, no, I need to get an appraisal. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Usually for appraising, you get what's called an expert witness.
Exactly.
I'm surprised that the defense wouldn't be like, well, we called it. Here's our expert witness.
They did.
He's been appraising for years.
They did. They did.
Really?
They did. And he said, I disagree with them.
Man, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I'm trying to even step away from the Trump situation. I'm talking about business in general.
There we go.
This doesn't make any sense to do business because number one, the taxes that's called ad valorem. That's a completely different way
Correct.
that they determine what your taxes are than what's actually selling in the market.
Correct.
So, and for a judge to determine what the value
Cliff,
is without any expertise is crazy.
Now, Cliff, the bank that gave Trump the loan said that there was no fraud. We actually want to give him more money. The insurance company says, no, we're good. We want to insure him again. The Martin County clerk in Florida said, nope, we love him. He's a good client. No problem. The bank even said he paid back the loan early. So that had expert witnesses there. The judge says we disregard any of that other testimony.
So based on that, like again, I'm focused on the business part.
Correct.
Based on that, Go over to the Sears Tower. Somebody owns that one. Go over, go over to any building in New York and figure out why don't they just pull up every building in New York, find
Correct.
the owner, and just start going down the list because they all do it.
Everybody does it, guys. Guys, what a real estate developer or investor values the property, whether it be single family residence, apartment, or commercial, right? Whatever it may be, it's going to be different than what the appraiser says it's going to be. Is that fair to assume, Cliff?
Oh yeah, in most cases, yeah.
Most cases, guys, hence the reason why a lender or a bank will get a high quality licensed appraiser like Cliff, right, to confirm the value of the property. Like Cliff said, he's never met a client that argued over if the property value came back higher than what they admitted. It's only when it's lower. And so, from a business perspective, as Cliff just said, it is not a present environment for real estate developers, investors at all in New York, because this is for the entire state of New York, right? Because this was by the New York Attorney General. Make sense, Cliff, or no?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I think I saw something about Grant Cardone says he's
Yes.
ceasing uh all buildings in New York. He's not going to do business out there. I mean, you can't because if that's illegal,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to break the law.
Nope.
I'm not trying to do anything illegal. And if that's illegal, then I can't even do business. Period.
Yeah.
So why would I? I don't want to break your law, so I'm just not gonna do business.
Basically, breaking the law is predicated upon what someone feels, not what the law says. It's what they feel. No, sir. No, sir. Mm-mm.
Well, I'm just saying, if the judge made their case, now they have precedence.
Yes.
So they can come after you and go, well, we have precedence. So now every
Mhm.
building over in New York is like,
So I would say
yeah,
in all liberal leaning places, Illinois, Delaware, California, Oregon, Washington State. Should I keep going?
I've already started noticing that. Like even Delaware, for example, everybody knows that that's where you incorporate. It's
Yeah,
got some of the best laws. They're starting to move from Delaware to Wyoming.
exactly.
Wyoming's becoming that new tax haven corporation state.
Correct. Correct. And why we talk about this, guys, is not to be political, it's to let you know how money works. Money is attracted to value, right? And money will only land in places, in environments that it can thrive in. If you have a high regulatory, a faulty legal system, right, and a high taxable place, money's going to go there and die
Mm.
every time. Am I right, Cliff? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah. Uh, so this is what this is like something I always put together, man. Money chases talent, and talent chases goals.
Ooh. That's good, Cliff. That's good, Doc. That's good, man. That's good. So, Cliff, let's go a little deeper there. Is if money chases talent, will talent be in high regulatory places, high taxable places, and a faulty legal system environment?
No, it's if you're a talented entrepreneur, that's like trying to play basketball and you want to go play in New York, and they're like, okay, cool, but you got to put bricks in your shoes. Could I play? Yeah, I could play,
Sure.
but I'm not going to be as effective.
Exactly. Exactly, guys. So this again, this is not being political, guys. Just to let you know how how capitalism works. Money thrives in the proper environment, right? And again, as Cliff said, this is set a precedence. Now, this is a business model. Who's going to copy it next? Who's going to copy it next? Now, let's go to the rest of the kind of move, Cliff. All right. I'm going to dive into this real quick because I know you got some time. Unlocking real estate secrets, partnering with local leaders when it comes to maximum profits. Cliff, when it comes to single family residence, new construction, let's really focus on single family residences. What if you're doing a renovation project? What local partnerships are the most valuable? Give me the top three.
If you're doing and trying to get like rental portfolio put together.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
the first thing you have to do is probably find a realtor who does.
Okay. Realtor.
So at least you have some kind of reference of saying is this even a good deal or not.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then when I say a good realtor, I mean a good realtor.
Yes.
And most likely a realtor who's not independent, but is part of a team.
Correct.
Because then you got more than one set of eyes looking at things.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that's the first one. If you're getting into rentals, I would say a good property manager.
I agree.
I'm not gonna name the company. I got one. I've been dealing with them all week.
Mhm.
When you have a bad property manager, you have bad you
Mhm.
form bad relationships with your tenant.
Mhm.
So property management's got to be key. You got to
Correct.
have a good one.
Correct.
And the last one, I mean, good contractor.
Yeah.
Good contractor
Wow.
can say. I mean, I've had so many bad ones, but when I've had good ones, it was unbelievable how easy life was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I would say you went more toward the management of the property standpoint, which is great. Let me go to the political side. If you're doing a renovation project, you better know who the city inspector is. But know that person is, right? Number two, if you need to have zoning to care of, you better have good relationships with the Planning and Zoning Commission, right? And then number
Yeah.
three, the Planning and Zoning Commission actually shakes hands with the city council. If you need anything passed at all when it comes to your project, whether it be zoning, anything at all, city council, planning and zoning, as well as the the house inspector when it comes to doing the renovations. And I would also add a fourth one, the county clerk, because they are the ones in charge of recording your documentation. Because at times, the title company can screw things up. You have to have a good relationship with them so you can walk in and say, hey guys, this is messed up. Boom, here you go. So you have a management side and a political side of what you need to be looking at when it comes to the negotiating and partnering with the right local leaders. That makes some sense.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, Doc. You want to add anything, man, before we get out?
No, man, just man, you gotta just keep sticking with it. I mean, like I said, I keep calling it. You probably gonna see a boom coming soon.
Sure.
I think everything's getting primed for that. Because what the reason why I say that, the main thing I'm saying that is people are underestimating how much money is in the system. It's suppressed right now. Once the environment becomes good enough to start really investing, like for example, hedge funds are almost at an all-time low of funding startups.
Mhm.
The environment's not good.
Mhm.
So we're at an all-time low with that, right? The second interest rates start falling, you're going to see billions start entering the marketplace. And then you're going to see real estate come up. And then once you start seeing those refis and sales, there's like, I think they said there's almost $12 trillion in equity in real estate right now over the last several years of it going up. There's 12 trillion equity. The second they can start tapping that, that's more money into the system.
I hear that, but you gave the example of what I call A paper people. The B and C paper people or toast.
Oh yeah. If you can't participate,
yeah, the B and C paper, which is really the backbone of America, they're toast.
we're in a debt system. If you don't own assets and you can't leverage, you don't get to play the game.
This is the reason why we say joint venture investing is probably the most powerful position because you can coalesce or syndicate people together so that you become powerful. Real estate is not a solo game. It's a partnership game. It's a joint venturing game. Whether it be you partner with leaders like entities like title companies or realtors, or with coalescing or syndicating partners together. That is how you become smarter. So if you're in that B and C paper, master the art of syndicating funds together. Very simple, not hard to do. Make sense, Cliff?
Yeah.
Well, guys, man, thank you so much for your time. We had to get in and out, guys. Well, guys, we see you next Friday, man. You know we end it every time. Before you leave while you can. What's going on, Cliff? Hold on.
Let me give you a shout out. I'm not gonna next week. I'm gonna be out.
Oh, what's going on?
The boy is going to the Cozumel.
Are you going to Cozumel, baby? I'll see you, baby.
Going Cozumel, yeah. So I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be on the beach.
You and the bride?
You know what I mean? So
you and the bride, the baby girl, or just you and the bride?
Just me and the bride.
I'll see you, baby.
Yeah.
I see you.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna chill. We're gonna, you know what I mean, drink some margaritas, put our feet in the sand, man, enjoy ourselves a little bit.
Hey man. Hey, my anniversary, guys, is coming up. Lord, my anniversary is it next? It's next week, Lord. My anniversary is next week, man. Would it be 17 years in the game, man? No, 18 years.
Oh wow.
18 years in the game, baby. 18 years in the game, man. And so no, it is 17. My bad. It is 17. Man, so I'm doing a little something special for the bride too. So I'll be here still, guys. So be quick. I gotta take care of my wife, Doc. Sorry, guys. You know what I'm saying? But guys, but enjoy it for you, man. Drink a Mai Tai for your pot. Huh? You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
But man, God bless you
Yeah,
guys, man. See you next time. Take pictures for your mom and them and holler at your partner. I see you guys next week. Peace.
God give thanks. Bless God give thanks.